Welcome to a video tutorial for PrayerSteward, also known as Promise to Pray. PrayerSteward is the leading application for mobile prayer warriors. In this video, you'll learn how PrayerSteward can help you better keep your promise to pray. Let's get started. Tap the Promise to Pray icon. You will see a list of your active prayer commitments in the Recall tab. To quickly add a new prayer commitment, tap the Add button. Scroll through the category picker, noticing how the helper text below the picker changes, and select the category for this prayer commitment. Tap the text field and start typing. My friend Christine told me that her mom is having surgery next week. I told her I would pray for her mom's surgery and recovery to go well. Now I'm entering this commitment. Tap Save and your commitment is added. Tap Commitments to navigate back to your list. Notice the Just Created commitment is at the top of the list. You can choose how your list is sorted within Settings. Now I'll tap the prayer commitment to add some additional data. By tapping the Contact button, I am going to associate Christine's contact record with this commitment so that I can follow up with her easily right from within PrayerSteward. I find Christine's record and tap it to complete the association. By default, a prayer is added as an ongoing commitment. In this case, I want to pray for Christine's mom on the day of the surgery and the 2 weeks following. I tap Ongoing, and on the next screen I tap the Start Date and scroll through the date picker to find the date of the surgery. Now I select the End Date and scroll until I see the date that is 2 weeks after the surgery. I tap Done and then Save, and my time frame for this commitment is set. An alert informs me that I have now moved the commitment into the future and indicates where to view the future commitments. Tap Utilities and then tap Future Commitments to see my prayer commitment to Christine. When the start date of the commitment arrives, it will automatically show up in my active commitment list. Tap Utilities and notice that you can also see prayer commitments that are archived. In other words, the active time frame for them is ended. Tap Recall to go back to the active commitment list. Notice the colored indicators down the left side of the commitments. These indicate the prayer category that each commitment belongs. You can configure PrayerSteward to not show these indicators. However, I believe they help you better visualize your prayer commitments. To change the commitment list display, tap one of the segments in the bar above the list. Tap Categories to see the list by prayer category. This allows you to step through each category as you pray, as many of us like to do. Tap Contacts to see prayer commitments that are associated with one of your contacts. This can provide a quick look at the people for whom you have made commitments to pray. Please note that this view may not show all of your currently active commitments. Tap Edit Categories to view a list of prayer categories. Here you may add, edit, delete, or set which category is the default when adding a new commitment. While PrayerSteward comes configured with 5 categories, feel free to tailor your categories to best meet your prayer commitments. To delete categories, use the finger swipe or tap the Edit button. A category may only be deleted if it has no associated prayer commitments. Set a category as the default by tapping it and then tapping Set as Default. Tap a category and then tap Details to display and set the category properties. To change the category color indicator, tap the Current Color button to display a list of all available color options. When a new category is set up, the default is the black indicator. Now let's go back to the default view in the Recall tab, and we will see how to add a note to a prayer commitment. Tap a prayer commitment and notice as I scroll down that I already have one note. To add another note, tap the Edit button, then scroll down to reveal a button to add a note. You can now add an update to this prayer commitment in the Note field. It's important to note at this time that all screens within PrayerSteward function in both portrait and landscape mode, allowing for greater flexibility and comfort in entering your data. Tap Save and notice that the note I just added surfaces to the top of the list of notes for the commitment. Tap End to exit edit mode. I can share this prayer commitment to myself or a friend by tapping the Mail button. Notice the subject line indicates that this is being shared from PrayerSteward. In the email body, the prayer category is listed along with the prayer text. Additionally, you will see the active time frame, if specified, and the last note added to the commitment. What an easy way to both share this prayer with others as well as providing quick updates on prayer commitments, such as surgery successful, to others that you may have enlisted to pray with you. I can now type email addresses or tap the Add Contact button to select someone from my contacts data. Now just tap Send and the email is on its way. Now let's take a closer look at our Utilities tab. Under About PrayerSteward, you can get release information as well as an email link and our web address. We love feedback, so feel free to email her or use the contact link on the website. From Utilities, you can also peruse a list of PrayerSteward tips. Finally, you can export your commitments as delimited text files, which are emailed to yourself or someone else if you choose. There are 2 files, one for the prayer commitments and one for the notes attached to the prayers, The delimiter is the caret symbol. And that will do it. I hope that you have found this tutorial helpful and can see the tremendous value that PrayerSteward provides for helping you keep your commitment to pray. God bless you, and remember to visit us at www.prayersteward.com.